Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. My guest today is Josh Butchness. He is with Vensure HR Capital. So the theme of April, as you all know, is people, and there's no better person to talk about people than your HR guy, Josh. So, hello, Josh. Welcome.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thanks for being here. Josh, you introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, but you have to answer my very favorite and famous question, which is you have to tell us something that not a lot of people know about you.
All right. Well, my name is Josh Butchness. I work with Vensure HR here in Denver, but I do support companies nationwide. I grew up in Delaware, so I am a small state, small town kind of guy. That's just the way I grew up. My parents owned a restaurant. So I've kind of been around small business all my life, and it's really rewarding for me to be able to continue to work with them now in the future. So and something that people don't know about me is that I was traveling for 6 months leading up to the pandemic. I actually spent 2 months in Europe and 4 months in Asia, and it was a life-changing experience. It was really awesome. I really enjoyed it.
Very cool. So you were able to get in before the pandemic hit.
Yeah. I was very lucky, very fortunate. We made a decision in February. We better get back, and it was a good decision.
Absolutely, it was very cool. Well, so what would you say are some things that everyone needs to know about HR and PEO and that kind of thing?
So some good things to know about PEO, and I'm going to relate this to this time frame is that businesses with a PEO are 50% less likely to go out of business. They also have between 10 to 14% less turnover. So not only are they going out of business at a lower rate, but they're also keeping more of their employees. And I can talk about later, why is that? How are we able to do those type of things? Another good thing to know is that, salary is generally a very important thing. But I would say 1B is going to be the benefits package that companies have for that employee. I mean, it's great to be able to offer them a great salary, but it's going to be really important for them to offer a robust benefits package, especially, for the small businesses here competing with some of these larger companies that are here or coming in, Salesforce, companies like that. You're going to want to make sure that, you're an employer of choice, and we can certainly help people do that.
Awesome. So I see it here, but it's a little small on the screen. So can you share with us what the acronym PEO is?
It's a professional employer organization is what it stands for.
Okay. And so I know when I was looking around for jobs, one of the things I look for, like you said, I always ask, how much does it pay? But a lot of times there's those intrinsic benefits that come along with the pay, where the 401ks or healthcare, and how much does that cost? And a lot of those factors do make a significant decision in whether or not I worked for a company. So how does Vensure help with that kind of stuff? What do they do? What do they offer?
Yeah, so in the PEO model, what we're doing is we're literally partnering with these small businesses. They're filing under, or actually, I'm sorry, we're filing for them under our EIN number, which instead of a company of 20, now they're a company of 350,000 employees. We have about 8,000 companies that are under our umbrella. So that's one of the pieces, is that they get to kind of leverage our economies of scale and utilize that buying power. So instead of a small group plan for their 5, 10, 15 employees, now what they can do is get on our large group medical plan, and they can have access to our dental, our vision, life, short and long-term disability, commuter benefits, pet insurance. We take care of everybody, man. We're trying to look out for the whole family, and pets are included. And so that's a big part of it, right? Is enhancing that benefits, but they're also getting to leverage our technology. So we spent millions and millions of dollars on our technology, putting everything into one place. So instead of going out and working with a silo approach where you're working with a different vendor for everything you do, where you have a guy for payroll, you have your benefits guy, and that works for some people. Some people have really strong relationships, and I certainly appreciate that. But what we do is we put that all into one singular space where it's very easy for them to manage, as well as giving them our HR team. Our HR team is massive. They are super knowledgeable. They will make sure that they're being proactive in their approach, and that's a really important piece. A big differentiator for Vensure is really that, just being proactive, letting people know, hey, this is a new law that's coming in. This is what you need to do to be prepared for that. Ultimately, it's your business, right? You're going to make your own decisions. But really, when you work with us, we're going to be teeing you up for those type of things. And that way you don't get caught off guard, because they're just the list of what you had to do, back in, 40, 50 years ago compared to the list of things now. I mean, it's crazy, all the things you have to pay attention to and look out for, and to do to remain compliant. So we definitely have a huge team to help with that.
Awesome. So one of the questions that just popped up from the chat is, so do I need to have 350,000 employees to work with you guys? Or, how would you define the small business?
Yeah, so I would define that anywhere from 5 to 50, I would say, is a small, in that small business range. I work with companies that are 200, but we have some different models, and we have, again, that's something different about us. We're really looking to tailor fit our product to the company that we're working with. We go through a diagnostic process when we first decide, hey, we might be interested. Okay, let's sit down and really find out what piece of this is really going to work for you and what you'll be able to leverage. Because I think, a lot of times people get on a PEO, but they're not really utilizing the full capabilities of it. And they're like, oh man, this isn't what I wanted. Like, this doesn't work for me. It's like, it's not working for you. And it would give you a lot more time back in your day if you were to utilize the full PEO. So I guess it's just really, understanding what people want, and then being able to deliver on those specific things, instead of just handing them this box and saying, hey, this is what you're getting. Hope you like it.
Nice. So what would you say is one of the biggest pitfalls that your clients experience? What would you say is one of the biggest opportunities that you guys can help some of my small businesses serve?
So there's opportunities. Well, I would say two pitfalls of, like, specific to PEO. One is going to be a service model, and making sure that you get a service model that's right for you. There's companies out there for things like HR. You have Gusto and Bamboo, those kind of companies where it's going to be a very light service model. So if you're prepared to spend money to be saving time on administration, for me, if you're going to be putting that money out there, you really want to have a robust service model. That's what we offer. They're getting a point person that they can go to and say, hey, this doesn't look right with my payroll. And they'll say, okay, they go and get you an expert and bring that payroll expert to you. Again, we have lead times for how long something should go on for. We're trying to keep things within 24 hours for our response times. I think it's really important for small businesses, that they are able to get these things off of their plate. They have a problem. They need to move it off, because in a lot of cases, that person is generating revenue for the company, for their business. So the more time they spend on admin and doing these other things, the less time they can spend bringing money into their company.
Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. I love that. So, would you say that response time is something that makes your company a little bit unique?
I would definitely say our service model is a differentiator. You see some companies are moving away from, they're doing tickets and where you have to submit a ticket and then somebody will get back to you when they're ready. I really like the model that we have. It is a high touch. We let customers know that they're important to us. We don't make them explain their story 7 different times to all different people. We know what the problem is. We're going to relay that to our team. Once we get the appropriate expert, we're gonna come back to you and explain what we found. And I had an example just the other day regarding a garnishment and a 1099. In my experience previously, a 1099 you couldn't garnish them, right? I mean, they're not really an employee; they're a contractor. Specific to Colorado, there is a law stating that you do have to do that. And I was surprised, even though, I work in this industry, I'm just like, wow, I can't believe I didn't know that. So like, I'm always just getting surprised with what's out there. I think it's super helpful for small businesses to have a partner like us who will let them know, hey, we looked into everything. We had our legal team check it out. We've dotted all the I's and crossed the T's. This is the response that you need. And to be able to set someone up for that and not have to waste their time doing it, I really think it's invaluable.
I think that's awesome. So I know it's been scrolling down at the bottom of the screen, but for my audio people, how can people, if people are interested in learning more about what you do and signing up with you, how can people find you?
Yeah, they can email me, josh.butchness@vensure.com, or my cell 720-343-0476. And it's just a conversation. Maybe you just have a question, maybe it's something easy I can answer, and that's it. I'm here to be a resource for the small business community here in Denver. I'm excited to be here. I've done some stuff like the Denver Startup Week to just trying to get myself more involved. I'm an organizer at 1 Million Cups, which is super fun. I meet a lot of small businesses there and up and coming businesses. So even if you feel like you're not really sure, don't feel like it's a waste or I don't want to talk to you. This is my job. I love this. I love talking to small businesses, and if I can help you in any way, I definitely will.
And guys, I'll echo that sentiment for Josh. He's absolutely fantastic at what he does, and he's a wealth of knowledge and a fantastic resource. So, Josh, I know you have another appointment that you got to get to, so I'm going to go ahead and remove you from the stream so you can get there, and I can do my little closing thing. But thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, BK, for having me. Thank you to your community. I'll be sharing it with mine as well, but I really appreciate it. This was exciting. Thanks.
Absolutely. All right, guys, that was Josh. If you are interested in learning a little bit more about what he does, definitely reach out to him. He is absolutely, he's an awesome human being, and he does some really, really good work. So thank you guys for sticking around. And April again is HR. So we've got a couple other surprises coming up this month regarding people and peeps and stuff like that in April. And as always, if you know anybody who's looking to purchase or refinance that I might be able to help, send them my way. Rates are fantastic right now. And also, I'm starting to dig into May to get some of these Facebook Live scheduled for May. So any themes, any thoughts, any ideas that you have there, please let me know. I'd love to make this important for you. Whatever value that you guys would find out of these Facebook Lives, please leave it in the comments below so that way I can, add some value to what we're doing here. And yeah, thank you so much, guys, and take care.